Good morning. Welcome to a beautiful summer day in southern Idaho. We are working on a project I've been kind of working on off and on for a little while. The off-road wrecker. Again, this is a 1977 Jeep J10 Honcho that I picked up down in central Utah, and today I'm going to show you something interesting I found underneath. You'll notice here that the previous owner has some lift blocks in here. If you look close, you'll notice that there's a problem with where the lift blocks are placed. And they're not really doing much lifting, so to speak. And they're doing more spacing than anything between this and these great big U-bolts. I'm just wondering if maybe the previous owner didn't have the right U-bolts. So I'm going to take these out. It's got some extra lift springs in here. I think I'm going to leave those in. We'll see about this one here. Yeah, I'll have to do some checking there. See about that, and then I've got some lift bags ordered for it, some universals. They will bolt up here and go on here to help stabilize this rear end, so that when I lift things up, it won't squat so bad. Right now it squats pretty bad. The other plans I also have is with these outboard spring hangers. So I ordered a set of outboard spring hangers to put in place of these that will hang down, so not up. I've got some parts to put in the back to make it so that it's straight. So I'm going to take those out. This Dana 44 is probably not the strongest rear end to have in this truck. Dana 44s are great. They're a good axle, but as far as using it for a wrecker for torque and horsepower, I don't think this is a good idea. And I really don't like this that Spicer did. This rubber plug leaks all the time. I've never seen one not leak. I'm sure there's those of you that will argue with me that it doesn't leak, but it leaks all the time. Alright, the other issue, or the other plan for this rig is a quadra-track. I want to be able to shift it in and out of four-wheel drive and have hubs in the front. So I'm going to change that as well. Probably change the front axle as well, but right now we're going to work on the rear axle. Then we'll move to the transmission. So I've got this transmission set up I saved from another project. So this is a Dana 20, long shanked one, or a long extension shifter. Came out of a J truck as well. TH400, so it's the same 400 automatic, but it's already got the adapter on it. So you can see here. So this adapter will go to a Dana 20 without any problem. I think this is an advanced adapters. I saved all the pieces that I took out of it, that I took this out of. This is a wild horse shifter that I have from another project. I'm going to see if I can utilize that somehow for twin stick setup. This is the old style U-pattern shifter. Many of you that know Wagoneers or Cherokees will know that this shifts in kind of a U-pattern to get high and low. Oh, this one's kind of hard to move with just one hand without holding it. Anyway, so that is the next project to go with this axle. So I'm thinking I have a different axle to put in this. So we're gonna wander out to my boneyard and look. I I'm pretty certain I have a GM 12 bolt that I can put in here that has 373 gears. I would imagine this probably doesn't have 373s. I'm going to open it up and check it out here shortly. So let's wander out to the boneyard and we'll see if we can locate that axle. Okay, outside here, remember my boneyard, I got quite a few parts and pieces in here of different vehicles, but I picked up this project vehicle from some really nice people up in Jerome. This is kind of a oddball built CJ5 with GM axles. I think the front is 44. Yep, I think I marked on it. It's a 44 with a 373 ratio. Sweet. That would be, I'll go good in the front when we get to that point. I would imagine the rear is GM as well. And, yep, looks like it is. If we count the bolts, starting with this one, 12 volt cover. So GM 12 bolt. These are a little bit heavier, of course, than the Dana 44. You can tell the tubes are a little bit rounder, or bigger diameter, I should say. Probably take the same wheels and tires, hopefully. 6 lug. Yep. Yeah, well, before I break the wrecker down, I'll need to come over here and lift this up and take that axle out of there. Getting things out of from underneath vehicles is a whole lot easier with the wrecker than it is with jacks. All right, so the plan is to come take this rear end out of here, bring it inside, get it ready to put in the wrecker. I'll have to I'm gonna go ahead and check out what gear ratio the wrecker is, see what that 44 is, open up the cover, and then some oil back in it, wheels and tires back on it, come and lift up this and get it out. Like I said, I ordered some airbags, and so that whole process will be our next couple of videos. So let's head back into the shop. Okay, so I got this set up, cleaning some of these bolt heads off. Now I know there's a bunch of you out there that will say, oh, all you gotta do is spin the tires, spin the drive line, and you can tell what it is. Yes, you can do that, but this also gives me a chance to look and see what kind of condition it's in. I have a fellow Jeeper out there that's in need of a Dana 44. Asked me what, if I have one, I can tell him, yes, got a Dana 44. Opened it up, it's in good shape. Get this off. And see, get this off and see what we're dealing with. Okay, a couple of interesting things I found when opening this. There's 3 ring bolts. They're not even finger tight. They're just barely hanging on. Big problem. This may be where the ticking is. When you drive it, it ticks, and I'll bet this is where the ticking is coming from. I'm gonna grab a wrench and tighten those up just a little bit. And we'll spin this around. And, wow, that could have been bad. That would have exploded the whole thing. Would have been really bad had I sold this to somebody and then hadn't checked it. Usually I try to open them up on axles, see what kind of condition they're in before I sell one, so that I don't run into this issue. Doesn't want to go in very good, which tells me it may have been on the end of the threads and actually bent something. Bolt's going in okay, but a little tight. Spider gears look okay. Doesn't look like it's done any damage yet. We may have caught it just, boy. Oh, these are loose. Look, there's two more right there. Wow, that is not good. That's pretty scary. Okay, so I opened it up, and in on the ring gear. Let me bring this over here. Okay, on the ring gear there's some numbers, and right here it says 46-13. So that's 46 teeth on the ring, 13 teeth on the pinion, which would give us a 354 gear ratio. Not bad. I mean, I would prefer something a little lower for more off-road applications, but it's not bad. I know that the GM one is 373. Much better gear ratio. We'll go that route. I've gone around and tightened all of the bolts to the ring gear. I'm gonna go ahead and test or check these carrier bolt pieces. Make sure that those are tight. I may have just saved this rear end from exploding into oblivion. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cover back on. Now that I've been around and I know what it is, I'll mark the axle. It's just an open differential, so it'll make somebody a good axle. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the cover back on. Okay, so I got the tires and wheels put back on the wrecker. It's ready to go. I'll pull it out back over there and over to where that Jeep is, and we'll get it lifted up and get the axle out of it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this lifted up. The tires on, so it's easier to roll it out of there. It doesn't have an axle. All right, I got the axle loose. You can see it under there. Everything came off pretty good. Everything looks kind of homemade. The U-bolts seem to be pretty good, so I may save them just in case. Brake lines came undone. Emergency brakes came undone. They didn't have them hooked up underneath there at all, so I'm just going to kind of wheel this out, and then I'll move things around a little bit, and we'll set this down and pick up the axle. Okay, I got the axle out. I got it picked up slightly with the wrecker. I don't know what I'd do without this thing sometimes. It's awesome. Just want to make it better, make it more usable, and yeah, be able to take it out if I have to and help somebody else out. So I'm gonna swing around back over to the other side of the shop, drop the axle off, I'll take the tires off, and get it put up and ready to go. Just waiting for parts now. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe. This is just first part of this build process. Anyway, thanks for watching, and keep those CJs rolling.